We are at our last 2 more questions before we pause for session 1. Question 5 and 7. Please remember to bring tutorial 2 for your session 2 on Tuesday as well. We will be covering the rest of tutorial 2 tomorrow. So let's continue with the last 2 questions. The figure below shows cuboids A and B, both of which have a base area of 130 cm square. That's this part. Given that the volume of cuboid A is 1960 cm cubed, find the height of cuboid A. So applying the formula, length times breadth times height equals to volume, also known as base area times height. If you substitute the base area for 130, you'll be able to find the height, no problem. So this is just application of formula. For part B, let's change the colors. Given that the shaded part Z on cuboid B is a square with an area of 100 cm square, then you can very easily find the length, the breadth and the height. That will be 10 cm each. Okay, with that breadth and height of 10 cm, you'll be able to find the volume because that's base area times height. So now that you have the height, you just apply the formula. Alright, so let's move on now to question 5. Circle EG. The cuboid below has a volume of 672 cm cubed. The base area is a square, so this part is a square of 6 cm. Find the height of the cuboid. So if that is a square, that means this here, the breadth, is also 6 cm. So now you have the length and breadth, you're just missing the height. So length times breadth will be base area. With the volume of 972, I go backwards. 972 divided by 36 equals to, you should be getting 27. And last one, question 7. A rectangular block of butter has 2 identical square faces, so that's here and here, and 4 identical rectangular faces. Given that the square face has an area of 169 and the rectangular face has an area of 221, find the volume. Okay, whenever you're given 2 different shapes, squares versus rectangles, the squares will always be easier to work with because the length and the breadth of the square is the same. So from here, we just find the square root of 169, key into your calculator, give you 5 seconds. You will get 13 cm, which means the breadth and the height, those are the 2 lines surrounding the shaded face. That will be 13 cm. So now we need to find this portion. So if you notice on this rectangle, this height is the same as this height, which is 13. So you can find the length using the area of the rectangle, which is 221 divided by 13. You will get 17 cm. If this is 17 cm, then we have the base area, length, breadth and height, so that we can get the volume. So 17 times 13 times 13 equals to 2873. So the answer will be 2873 cm cubed. We're done with the examples for the day. I'll post the next post on homework, so like and refresh the post so that you can see what we're doing next.